Hey, this is Shauna, back with another video. So today what I'm going to do is do some knotless goddess braids on my hair. Now this is my first time doing the hairstyle. I'm not very good at doing my own hair. As you will see later in the video, my parts will not be straight. They will also not be in the shape of boxes. What I used on my hair is some coconut oil. It was just the kind that you get out of like Dollar Tree or something like that, but it's definitely coconut oil. Had to take a break, clean my glasses a little bit because they were dusty. You know, nobody likes dirty glasses. Gotta give them a little rub so that I can see out of them. So what I did was I tried to part my hair with, I guess, the screen of the camera, but I could barely see it because I had to take my glasses off the whole time, but I did my best. Now I'm just finger detangling, making sure everything's smooth and ready for parting. And then I took my Shea Moisture Coconut Hibiscus Curl and Style Milk for moisturizing. Works pretty good to me. And then I have some Let's Jam Protein and Shine. Now I learned the hard way that this isn't exactly what everybody's using to braid their hair. That gel is like way too passive aggressive to lay down anything, but it was too late and I kept going. And there's the coconut oil again. Okay, thank you. Alright, so now I guess at this part I'm gonna get started. Had to take my glasses off, of course. Now I can't see anything, so may get messy. And as I said, some of these parts were not square, nowhere near a box. Some of them were triangle. You may even see an octagon somewhere in there. But, you know, I gave the disclaimer. Okay, so now I am doing my best to part my hair. I guess my main focus was to make sure that the row wouldn't be too thick so that I could at least have braids that were the same size even if they weren't all parted into boxes. And then there's my little shirt, Thou Shall Not Try Me, Mood 24/7. Don't know why I got that shirt, but it was cute. So I decided to go with all 99J because I thought that it would be, I guess, an interesting take on a hairstyle that was very popular. But my colors ended up not matching quite the way I planned for them to, which is my fault because I did get the hair off Amazon. So now I have one that's more of a purpley and then the other is more red. But I kept going with it and, you know, just so there's my part there. I gotta, okay, that's a slant. Now usually I can't really tell what's going on in these videos until I go in and edit them. So this is a little bit of my commentary as well. But I did my best. I finished all of the back and my right side over the course of 3 days. Took a little while. So I still had some in the back to do, but I was just tired of being back there and I wanted to feel like I was almost finished. So some of that stuff I just pushed to the front. You know, just to say that I was doing the sides, make myself feel better. So now I'm going in with the coconut hibiscus. And of course I had to take the, and Jaden called. And Jaden's my nephew. And this is me talking to him. He didn't feel very well, so I hope that I cheered up his day. I talk to him like he know what's going on. But he swear he do. He be like, I could keep up, auntie. So now I'm moisturizing with the coconut hibiscus oil. Of course, I had to take the top off of it. Not because it's halfway empty, but because it's hard to squeeze. Okay. So when I said that I was talking to Jaden, I mean that I was talking to my mom for the most part. And Jaden just listened. Still moisturizing. And then at some point, I'm going to go ahead and add the gel, which didn't do so great. I'm not even sure what the purpose of the gel is. And there's that crooked part. See, I'm so much better at doing other people's hair, but because I can't really see when I'm doing mine, it doesn't quite turn out. But, you know, women like me have other things to worry about, such as what college to apply for, who not to date, where my next apartment is going to be. You know, the important things, you know. Not is my weave on straight. Do I get a pass at this point? Now, if I was doing somebody else's hair, I would say no and shame on me, especially if I was getting paid to do it. But since I'm not a perfectionist and I'm more so of a low maintenance, effortless beauty, I give this look a 7 out of 10. And that's my opinion for what it's worth. So now I'm just zooming in because on the ends, now normally people burn the hair or they seal it with hot water or they just tie a knot. But I went ahead and put some crazy glue so that, you know, once I wrap the hair around, it'll stay and it'll hold my little curl in place at the end. Now, of course, I didn't leave the straight ends. I went ahead and cut the straight ends away so that mostly you'll see the curl at the end and it looks more bohemian goddessy. Now, the right side of my head look a little bit better, probably because I didn't do it on camera. But that's life for you. And now I'm just wrapping the hair around the place that I actually put the crazy glue in so that it sticks. And it holds the braid in place so that it doesn't become unraveled. And I was tired and then my head itched. Don't know. What else to say about this? So now what I'm doing is just cutting the straight strands as I said. And that's just some regular old scissors I got at a Target. Oh, and about the makeup. For my eyeshadow, I used the 35M Boss Mood Morphe palette. And the colors that I actually used were Color Persona, Sweet Beats, Candy Crush, and Bright Eyes. I think I added a little bit of Fired Up. Oh no, it wasn't Fired Up. Now that I'm looking at the palette, I used also Red Carpet and Confidence. So pretty much it was just a blend of shimmery oranges and some red mattes and red shimmers. And oddly enough, for some strange reason, on camera it matches the hair perfectly. And that was kind of the look that I was going for. But now I'm looking at it, I'm like, I could have put a little bit more effort into it. But I barely want to do it. I think that was the issue. See, this YouTube as a hobby is hard. It requires a lot of time and effort. I don't understand, but still giving it a try. Still going strong. Oh, and as a lip gloss, it was just some Let me see what gloss that is. I'm trying to think of it. I know that it was Fenty, but it was the brown with the sparkles. I think it's called chocolate. I tried the clear was too pale, and then I have another color that's like a really pale pink with some glitter in it, but it doesn't quite look right. So I just ended up going with chocolate. Alright, so here I am cutting up the free tress so that I can add it to my braids. And now I'm starting to notice that some of my braids are not quite the same size, which is not what I intended, but oh well. It's too late now. I mean, I have a head full of braids as we speak, and I'm not about to take them down. At least not for a couple more weeks. You guys should comment below what other videos you would like for me to do. So now I'm just braiding in the free tress where the reds don't quite match. And of course, I'm going to need some of the hair to stick out. So normal people use clips, but I forgot my clips and I was not about to get up and go get them. That was just out of the question. So because they weren't within arm's reach, I did without them. And there's me fighting with the curl. Trying to make it act right, but no worries on that. So as much as I love colorful hair, it is really hard to make it make sense if your makeup doesn't match. Like you even have to have a specific outfit in order for it to make sense. And I'm all for it, you know, but I didn't quite think about that before I did this hairstyle. I'm glad that I didn't pick green or yellow or something like that. Not really office friendly colors, but can't lie, they sure do look cute. So now I'm just zooming in to show you how I end my braid. Seal the end, of course not like with water or burning it. That is definitely crazy glue. And if you're going to do this hairstyle, do not be afraid to get crazy glue on your fingers. No worries, it can be removed with some acetone, which is nail polish remover. I would prefer getting the 100% acetone and not just your regular nail polish that you can get out of like the dollar store or something like that. That stuff barely works on nail polish. Did anybody else notice that, or is it just me? They say, oh, it has gelatin in it. Like, that's nice. Okay, so now I'm just cutting that stray, because who does it think it is ruining my video? Get out of here. And now I'm going to cut the ends of the straight braiding hair and not the free tress, because I want the curls to stay at the bottom. Okay, did more trimming because that didn't quite look the way that I wanted it to. And that's a little bit better, but I don't know. Quite sure that I was just coming back from a snack break, finding something to watch on my phone, and I'm going back in with my moisturizer. Now, I understand that that is 2 rows right there worth of hair, but I decided to make it 1 because it was already like 2 o'clock. My makeup was already fading into my skin. Not as bright as it was when I first started, definitely not as fresh, and I was also tired of sitting there. Outside was calling, The fresh air was blowing and the sun was shining. I had to get out there. Definitely could have made that much smaller, but I had no idea when I was doing it. It is way too late now, and I'm definitely, if you did ask, still not gonna go back and fix it. It is too late. It has to stay this way. I guess I'll wear a hat. I don't know. So here I am fighting with the free tress again. And you might think to yourself, Chauna, all this work for a hairstyle that you're only going to leave in for 2 weeks. Let me tell you something. Now, buying hair off of Amazon is hard. I've had some bad experiences. But this time it went really well. Now, what they were selling were like these 8 packs worth of hair that was already feathered or stretched, whatever, where it's like thin at the end. So it makes for like a better braid or something like that. Now I was like, well, I hope this hair isn't going to hurt my hands. I hope it's not going to burn or cut them up or, tangle easily. But this hair did pretty good. It wasn't hard on my hands. It didn't tangle as much. And out of the 8 packs that they gave me, the packs looked a little bit small. So I ended up getting 16 packs instead of the original 8. And believe it or not, I only used like 3.5 packs of hair. So that was pretty good. Now I am disappointed that the free tress didn't quite match as far as the color. But I mean, I made it work. I'm going to complain about that? I'm just going to pretend that I did it on purpose because I didn't. And then we'll move on from there. So I'm still braiding. I actually forgot that I was supposed to tuck the hair so that you wouldn't be able to see the brown in my hair. You can only see the burgundy. But definitely too late. And I know daggone well that I'm not the only one that starts to braid her hair. And then as soon as you start, you're like, why did I do this? For what? What is this for? Why? And then you're calling it quits like 2 hours later. But this time I definitely didn't give up. Now, I'd been trying to braid my hair since I was about 18 years old. And I have legit walked around the house with half of my hair done and then taken it out because I didn't feel like continuing. So this is a small feat, but part still ain't straight. But I'll get there eventually. So I think this is my second to last braid. Now 9 times out of 10, I probably could have did about 3 more, maybe even 5. But I got lazy. And this was just for experimentation purposes. It definitely wasn't for anything fancy like protective styling. I just wanted a new hairstyle. I think that what I'll do next is press my hair out once I take these out. But I'm going to leave them in for a few weeks. So now I am working on the last braid. And as you can see, I was very proud of myself. I was pumped up, happy. Yeah, look at that. Last braid. She's excited. Now, even though my parts are not straight and my ponytail holder is stuck to the side of my head, this hairstyle, it looks pretty bomb on me. Now, I couldn't find all my hair accessories that I bought. They're somewhere in the linen closet somewhere. But I don't really think I needed it. Looks nice. Look at that. A round of applause. Cool. So here I am finishing the hair, flipping it around, looking at it. gorgeous. Putting my glasses back on so I can analyze what I've done. And I had to go back into the closet and get some oil sheen. Smart. So no, I didn't do the whole mousse thing. I just sprayed it down with some oil sheen, especially on my scalp, because I didn't sit and oil that the way that I was supposed to. Just didn't feel like it. Still forgot to take out my scrunchie, but